1, 2, 3. Baby. Okay. We are... Oh, hello. Let's pretend we're on the phone. I am doing this because we are going to be syncing audio and video today. We'll see how it turns out. My camera was doing a weird thing when it wouldn't stay recorded. It would just record for like a couple of seconds or like maybe a couple of minutes, and then it would randomly stop recording. And it wasn't because there wasn't enough space. It just did it. And I don't know why. I really just don't know why. So I don't know if it's going to do that to me today. I didn't really look into it. I know I probably have something clicked on the wrong button and I just don't realize it. Because at the end of the day, this camera is it's a photo camera for sure. It's not really meant for video. I don't think. Like, you literally can't even attach a mic to it, which is why we're doing this. So we'll see how it is. Anyways, today we're connected. Today we are also... Oh, no, I don't think I was going to say anything. Today we are also... It'll come back to me if it's important. But anyways, if you see me like off camera a bunch, it's because I'm looking at the mirror behind me to make sure it's still recording. I'm also wearing glasses today. I guess I can take my glasses off. I'm trying to be able to see nowadays. I'm trying to keep my glasses on so I can stop getting so many headaches, honestly, which sucks. But it's a good thing to do. Anyways, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to say sad stuff. I don't know. Let's start. Do we want to start on the sad, or let me just pile on top of this month for me? February has been a long fucking month for me, and it feels like everything's slipping out of my fingers. So, top of the year, I quit my job at Walgreens. I found a new job at Whole Foods, and they weren't scheduling me right away, which stressed me out. I never have been unemployed. I've been in between jobs recently. It's like, if I start a job, I put my 2 weeks in and I work the 2 weeks and all that stuff. I don't quit my job until I have another one lined up for me, all of that stuff. But this time I didn't, because I told myself, well, maybe we just won't have a job and we'll focus entirely on finding a job after college. And I think I kind of eventually realized I just had so much free time on my hand. And it probably isn't free. It is time I could be doing other stuff. But I just was uncomfortable with that feeling. And I was like, no, we have to, like... If we put all of our time and energy into building a career and we still can't do it, I'm going to go crazy. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why I gave up on that. I'm like, you know what? Let's work a job. Because also in my head, I just need money. I love money. I love being able to go on my card and spend it and be like, well, it's all good because I know my next check's going to be $1,500 or something crazy like that. I'm like, great. So a workaholic in that way for sure. But I really was like, no, I want to take a break. I hate working. I do hate it. And so when I started Whole Foods, I was kind of shocked that I wasn't instantly in love with it. It wasn't like when I started Walgreens or H&M. I was like, this is the best job ever. But it was like, okay, it's a job. I didn't hate it. I didn't have any strong feelings for either of them whenever I started the job. This job, I had a strong feeling of hate right away, just because I realized I didn't want to work at all. Those weeks I was like unemployed, I'm like, oh my God, I got so much sleep. I slept so much. And I was still running on one of my last checks, so I was fine. And now I'm starting Whole Foods. My check is already different. And I don't know. I was like, sleeping is so much better than being here. And I was there and I'm like, this is so purpose. This is so useless. What am I even doing? Fine, whatever. Let me slice some ham. Let me stir this pot. Let me, squish some foods together. But I was like, what am I doing? Because it's not like it paid as well as another job I've had. I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. And these customers aren't particularly kind. They're not like as evil as the Walgreens customers were, but they're just, I don't know. I didn't feel like I was. It's a continuation of all of my jobs at H&M, at Walgreens, at Whole Foods. It's like, I don't think I'm a real person when I clock in there. And I think Whole Foods, especially since it's a uniform and everything, I couldn't decorate myself at all. I couldn't make anything about me stand out. And I was like, wow, I'm nothing. I'm just this uniform to these people. And that's how I am at most of these jobs. But Whole Foods, it was just so obvious. And I just hated it. So I quit Whole Foods so quickly, which I've never done that before. And I told them it was, yeah, I lied, I know. I was like, it's a school opportunity. I can't say no. But in my head, it was more like, I'm hoping to get a school opportunity that I can't say no to. Or I just don't want to do something I don't like. Truly, I don't want to do stuff I don't like. Okay, I'm 5. I'm a baby. You got me there. It's the truth, though. I don't want to, it's the fucking truth. And I know you have to sometimes, but that doesn't mean I like it. And really, do I have to work at Whole Foods? It's not like they pay so amazing. I asked for 16, and they were like, can you do 15 instead? Yeah, and I'll suck dick on the side. Let's do it. And no. No. But the discount, the Whole Foods discount, that's a plus. I do love that. And so I started a new job, and this is the job I'm working at now. But I haven't even been paid yet. I don't even think I'm getting paid for any of my training, which is why I'm trying to get another side job as well. And hopefully it'll add up to 4 hours. They're touring companies, and it's kind of amazing because I finally get to learn so much history of Savannah, which I feel like is a great full circle of what I have here. Because I have fallen in love with this little place. So let me just celebrate it before I leave, So I'm really looking forward to actually doing, getting paid and stuff. I'm really scared I'm going to start and I won't be good at giving tours and stuff. But I hope that I'm charming and everything. We'll see. So that's one. See how I ended on a nice place? I'm going to try to end everything on a nice place when I do this for fucking episodes. But sometimes everything's not nice. So the reason I quit my job is about control and everything, feeling like a real person, right? Well, guess what? When I was in Atlanta, I mentioned when I was in Atlanta for ATV Fest, right? If I didn't, I was in Atlanta for like a week for ATV Fest, or SCAD TV Fest is what we call it now. And it's a TV festival, like a film festival, but for TV. It's exactly what it sounds like. And while I was in Atlanta, I was an ambassador. And there was a bunch of people who were ambassadors in the dramatic writing thing. You have to find one of them to be your partner. It would be like 4 ambassadors per a hotel room. And that's how, because they were going to do hotel rooms for all ambassadors. I didn't even know why I was chosen to be an ambassador. I didn't feel like I did anything ambassador needing. But I thought maybe I'm better than I think. Like maybe people, like my professors must see me and they chose me, like she could be the ambassador. So I felt really special. And so then they were like, okay, find 4 people to be in your group. And they gave us a list of names we could choose from. So I looked for everybody that I've had a class with. It's not like I'm friends with any of them. But I was like, anyone that I've been in a class with, those are the people I'm going to hit up. I'm sorry. I know I'm talking really fast. I hope it's legible. And so I hit all these people up because a lot of my friends, or the people I feel like I could become friends with in the dramatic writing major, or I am friends with, want ambassadors. And I'm like, damn. What's up with that? So I hit everyone else up. And it's not like I hate these people. It's just we never made it to friend level. Which is clear because of how they all said no. I have all these people like, hey, I would love to join your group if you already have a group. Or if you don't have a group, maybe like you and I, and maybe we can find all that stuff, right? Being so humble, I'm like so happy I saw your name on the list, which is all true. I'm like, okay, I know these people. I only did this to girls. I did not hit up any guy and be like, hey. Oh, there's one person I didn't hit up, but I didn't. Maybe it's because I forgot what their name was. I should have hit that person up. She would have been good. But, I mean, I don't think she needed me because she found someone else. She was there in a hotel room. Anyways, so I email these people, I DM these people. They're either not going or they're staying with a friend or they're already in a group and we don't want you in it. No one was really mean. They were all very, very sweet because they're all very sweet people. And, I should have became friends with them sooner. And now it's my last couple of weeks here and I'm like, oh, why are we not friends? Because you don't talk to them. They don't talk to me. But I don't talk to them. So I'm anxious. And so finally, we're there. So that's just leading in. I find another person. I email the head of my board or the dramatic writing. And I was like, I'm so happy to be an ambassador. Unfortunately, I can't find a person to be my friend, to be in a hotel room with me. And she's like, okay, well, like 12-year-old, let me match you with someone. That's how I fucking felt. Until she finds someone, she's like, are you willing to be a sailor? And I guess she said yes. But this way, I didn't have to share a bed with anyone. It was going to be 4 to a room, 2 to a bed. This time, since we didn't know each other, 2 to a bedroom, we get our own bed. Hallelujah. I say a win is a win, and that's how I took it. But I get there, and, people are talking around me. Maybe I can hop into this conversation and be like, hi, that's so funny. I, too, enjoyed this panel. Let me jump into this other conversation and be like, haha, swell. But it's not like, it's like I'm bumping into other people's orbs. It's definitely, and it stopped fucking recording. Dead fucking ass. Zone AF. Regardless, I don't think I'm going to figure it out. God damn it. This is going to piss me off. Hopefully that helps me capture it, right? Are we on sync, bitch? I fucking hope so, bitch. I'm sorry. I've been saying so many bad words. If you're listening to this, I hope you're watching it instead because you watching this, what a show do we have here? One day we will be better. Subscribe to this channel and I will buy a camera meant for recording videos. I'm gonna be a full-on fucking YouTuber on this bitch. You guys don't even know. Anyways. Friends. Atlanta. Going into in or and out of conversations. Boom. It's weird because you don't want to, if they have to then walk somewhere else, you can't be like, oh, can I tag along? It's like, no. Or maybe they're like, oh, what are you gonna do after this? To their friends, because you're not the friend. You're standing in on their conversation. And they're like, oh, well, I'm going to go on eat food. And the other person's like, oh, I was thinking of doing this. Oh, maybe I'll meet you back. Oh, well, I'm going to go with this person and do that. And you see people like link up and they separate and stuff. And you're left there alone. And sometimes they don't even talk to you. They're all talking to each other. And you're still standing just as close as everyone else is. But you're not in the group. And then you stand there and you're like, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the past. I hope we get to see each other again later. And they're like, oh, yeah, bye. And then you walk away and you're like, okay, great. So back alone again. How does that song go? Hello, something, my old friend. Yeah, lonely. Hello, lonely level. My old friend. Literally, every single time they walked away. Which is fine. I don't know. Maybe I also was accidentally ostracizing myself. Maybe I do need to be the type of person that says, hey, I haven't eaten. Can I join you? But that's an uncomfortable thing to it feels like you're forcing your way in. And I don't know. I feel like if they wanted me to be their friend, they would let me in. But I think I'm also overanalyzing it. In fact, I know I am. Speaking of fucking overanalyzing, do you guys remember when I would always... That's one thing, something else I was going to talk about. So that's completed. ATV Fest is completed, okay? Damn. Anytime that's my new thing. Anytime I finish a story and I go to the next topic, so it doesn't sound like I'm just randomly talking, I'm going to say, that unit is over. And this next unit we're going to talk about. Which now that I explained myself in that unit, using the terminology already, I forgot what I was going to say. Because in a way I did ramble on just now, which is what I was trying to prevent, man. I'm sure it'll come back to me. So we're going to, but for now it's going to be gone. Okay, I remember now. Came right back in. So, in this unit, we're going to talk about boys. We love to have a boy unit. Do you guys remember when I would always overanalyze? And I would say, well, I know why he said this to me, because he's thinking this, and that's what makes him scared and stupid. He's like a little boy. He's not opening up his heart of what could be, and I can see in his eyes that he loves me. Like, that wasn't exactly what I was saying, but I might as well. I think I was totally just talking like an insane person. About a guy that I went on a couple dates with, that he doesn't consider dates. So what does that make me? A fucking loser? Literally. And I'm the one sitting here like, and I know he yawns for me, but he doesn't know how to say it because he doesn't want connection. Which in a way, I do think a lot of guys are stupid when it comes to like sensitivity and their hearts and yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, it's not like I know him. If I knew him so well, I'm sure I could get him to want to date me, obviously. So that's something I'm trying to start doing, like stop overanalyzing. I remember even in art history class, I would literally say, and that's probably why Picasso painted this, because he was feeling XYZ. And my teacher would be like, well, we're not mind readers, we're historians. So we can't assume what he was thinking. What we can say is he wrote in his journal about the color blue, and now he paints so much blue and this, and we know this about that, and we know he was inspired by this because he told us he was at some point, or someone, like, you know, it's really based on proof, because it is history. It's history, not as much of art, it's history. And so we can't read minds and say the reason the man drew the elephant in the cave is because he was afraid of life. It's like, well, we know they drew other type of mammals too. Who knows what they were thinking? We will never fucking know. They're dead. So that's my new thing. They're dead. Men are dead to me. That's what it is. No, but I can't read their minds, and I should stop pretending like I can. And speaking of, hopefully I take this into good use, because I have a date on Thursday, which is so exciting. I haven't had a first date in 1 billion years. Literally, for so fucking long, I have not had a first date. And I think it's because maybe it wasn't the vibe, or I think I got scared. It's something about me. I don't know. It's hard for me to make new friends. But the friends I have, I love. But I also believe that every friend of mine hates me secretly, and they just won't tell me. They every time they hang out with me, it's a pity, which is like, I can't read their mind, so why do I think that? But I feel like that's why I also led into my dating life. Unfortunately, I'm definitely overanalyzing for sure, and also a bit of hate, a bit of tiredness, because I know what I'm looking for. And it's annoying when you don't fit it, because in my head, I saw your picture on Tinder and I planned the rest of our lives together. And now I have to replan with the next guy. I'm like, come on, guys. We were on a schedule. Guys, we need to be in Bali in 10 years. Clock in. And that's truly how I feel sometimes going on these dates. I'm like, you don't know my 10-year plan? Dude, I need you to fall in love now. Let me move in. We can live together for this many years. Great. After we live together for this many years, you're going to propose to me, obviously. You're going to propose to me. We're going to have this long of a wedding time. We're going to get married over here. Wow, this is all going on. We're obviously having amazing, flourishing careers. But when we don't, we have each other. And we fall in love with each other, and we have a kid. But meanwhile, we're also thinking, maybe we need to leave. Maybe we need to experience new things. And we move, and I think we move outside the country. And I think we move to Bali. And we become a house husband and housewife. And this is beautiful. So when I meet you on Tinder, and the first thing you said to me is want to fuck, that, you see how that wasn't in my 10-year plan, right? But that's why I feel during these first dates. I'm like, God, I wrote the script. Why didn't you read it before you came? Okay, this is ridiculous. This is unrehearsal. On time is late, and late is fired, nigga. Get out. And then next date. But also, obviously, after a time, that's a little draining. So I stopped putting on dates. I stopped venting on dates. Yeah, we're going with it. And it was interesting, because while I stopped going on dates, I always did think, I would love it if someone asked me on a date, though. But I'm not going to seek. And it'll just come to me. Because that's how everyone's like, you find love and you're not looking for it. Okay. But I'm thinking, well, you need to talk to people. You need to talk to men too. which is something I don't really talk to straight men unless if I'm at work or it's Tinder. I don't think I have many straight male friends. I have straight male people that I'm friendly with. But I'm thinking, well, if you're going to make this natural, you're not going to fall in love with a stranger outside the street. Though I'm okay with that. We bump into each other. We look into each other's eyes. You say, I'm so sorry. I need to have your number. Okay. Give you your number. We talk. You're like, let's just make this out. Let's get out of here. We go someplace. We meet up at a restaurant. It's chill. We're doing this as friends. But there's that thing in our eyes and we're drawn to each other. And so one day you're walking me back to the car. I think this is still the first date. And you're like, we're talking. And I don't know, we just lean in and, not that. Just one kiss. Mwah. And then we're like, mwah. And then we're like, mwah. And then, love blossoms from there. But unfortunately, all the people I run into are just losers. I don't know. I haven't bumped into anybody recently. I kind of push past them. I'm kind of an asshole, actually. If I bump into you and it's an accident, I'm probably going to roll my eyes at you and be like, fucking move! Shove you to the floor. No, I would never do that. But I don't really stop. If I have a place to be, I got a place to be. If you're bumping into me, it's because I said, excuse me. I'm never going to be in a meet cute. I'm just not with that personality. That's not going to work out. I've got places to be, guys. I'm clocked the fuck in. But in my head, I'm still thinking, well, it'll come to me. Or if it doesn't come, I don't particularly care for men either. I don't know. I do say this all the time. I don't know if men truly make me happy. They do. But sometimes they make me pissed more. So I'm like, which one am I rather having? I've learned more and more. I'm like, guys are so much better when they're friends. Isn't that interesting? Now that I've had like guy friends or friendly interactions, there's like some people in class I want to become closer friends with who are guys, which I never wanted to do that before. Is that crazy? Unless if you're gay, I don't care, bitch. Oh my God, why are you talking to me? And you're a guy? I'm rolling my eyes. I'm literally rolling my eyes. But there's some people I'm like, wait a second. You're charming. You're a friend. And it works even better if they have a girlfriend. If they have a girlfriend, I'm like, okay. Perfect. I don't need to be worried now that you're going to fall in love with me. And now I'm going to fall in love with you. Because, I don't know, as soon as a guy has a girlfriend, suddenly I'm like, are they that cute? Oh, I see that zit right there. Okay, the girlfriend's problem, I guess. I'm thinking about it. That's actually true. There's multiple guys they found cute that I'm like friendly with now. And in the beginning, when I was friendly with them, I was like, well, they're kind of cute. Maybe I can. And then they tell me about the girlfriend. And I'm like, you can't have messy hair. Like, not on purpose. It's just, I have no interest in a guy that would cheat, I guess. So it makes sense. I would have no interest in you. I don't break families apart. And families. Yep. The 20 and 21-year-old. But yeah, I'm going to have, what was I going to say? I was going to have more male friends. And this is a new thing for me. Anyways, the point is, I'm going on this date, and I'm going to try not to think about, my 10-year plan. I'm going to try to think of just that day. Because I am trying to be more chill. In my head, I'm like, you know what? On the first date, why not? Part of me is even thinking, do we need to be friends? I mean, do we need to fall in love? It's whatever. If you just want to use me and abuse me, not abuse me, but, use me, it's fine because I'm just using you too. Which is, I think, a terrible way to think because I do hate being used. It's never, being used is not a particularly fun feeling. But part of me is like, well, it's better to be seeked at least. What? But no, my new thing is hopefully, I don't know. We'll see how this date goes. Maybe I will just be okay with being like, well, at least he looked at me longingly. No, unfortunately, I'm afraid I've been lowering my standards. And I don't want to. I really want to keep them up. Because I deserve a good person. And so this guy I'm going on a date with, I'm not thinking of my 10-year plan. It doesn't need to be the most amazing first date I've ever had. And you're not recording again. Okay, bitch. You motherfucker. Maybe recording has been stopped automatically. I hope you suck a goddamn dick. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Ugh. And I have to keep getting comfortable. I know the room's messy. It's because, can't you hear I'm talking about my feelings right now? It's part of the aesthetic. A messy room. Like, she's going through things, okay? And she is, but she's gonna have to have this cleaned by the morning because people are touring the house, and fuck, I need to be looking for houses to tour too. Fuck, stop it! Don't think about that right now. Yes, I have a date. He's really cute. He's really cute. He's really cute. He's really cute. He's tall. He's 6'1". And there was a couple of photos of him shirtless on the Hinge. And, I kind of liked it for fun. I was like, am I going to really talk to a guy that, like, posts shirtless? Like, I don't know. I see a lot of girls who are really happy with the little geeky guy. So part of me is like, I guess I don't need to be dating a supermodel. I can have a little geeky guy who I, play dress up with. And, like, I get to dress in this super hot, sexy outfits. And I can put him in a button up and, like, live some funny, like, Nord fantasy. Maybe that's what I have. Like, let's watch anime on the weekend. Why not? And then I could do hot, sexy anime cosplay. Point is, like, I don't need... I guess I don't... I really am... I do love the dumb, big idiot. But maybe I can do a small, intelligent person instead. And so for me, that's lowering my standards. It's like, okay, he's probably not going to be 6'1". He probably... won't be, nice buff arms and all this stuff because he's not going to the gym like that. He's reading. Okay? You don't have a six-pack either, bitch. So why does he have to? And it's what I've been thinking. I'm like, and that's how the couple will be because that's how so many people are in. And then you train him and you mold him to be the perfect guy. And I'm thinking I could start the work. I could clock in real quick and I'll mold him to be exactly what I want him to be. It's going to be time consuming, but I think at the end of the day, I can get there. But of course, in the back of my head, it's like, it would be easy if he just began exactly as I want him. Because it's hard to make a person dumber. I would have to dumb them down. Because I do hate the man. This is my least favorite man. I love smart people. I love an intelligent man. Because stupid men, if they're like annoying stupid, it's like, you fucking stupid. But, I was like, who am I talking to right now? Like, imagine having a fight with a stupid, beautiful man. I'm like, but I love it because he's beautiful to look, at least something good to look at. But I'd hate it because I'm like, I just told you, I saw you fucking that bitch. And he's like, no, you didn't. That's, to me, is a stupid man. But they were fun when they're not fucking the other bitch and just you. I'm sorry, was that a touch subject for some of you motherfuckers? I see the guys you date. The people that aren't dating the smart little boy, you're dating the dumb idiots. How does it feel when the dumb idiot is not a golden retriever? Or better yet, someone said this on TikTok, golden retrievers are still dogs. You're still dating a dog. You gotta remember that. The system, man, and the man, and the man, and the man. Point is, I did have a point in all of that. The guy I have a date on, I don't know if he's a little big idiot, but he's big. And I do love that. And maybe he's big and smart. There are some big and smart people. There are big and smart people. Maybe that's him. If he's a big idiot, I'm okay with that too. And I know I just said everything about him being a dog or whatever, but I just told you, a dog follows your orders most of the time. So let a bitch have what she wants until we have to put the dog down. But yeah, I have a date. And he's never going to see this video unless if I can get him to finally... No, I'm joking. I've literally not thought about him in like a psychopathic way like I usually do because I've been training myself to expect nothing. I am expecting the worst dates ever, which is equally bad. Because I get so nervous and I'm like, I don't want to be happy about anything. I don't want to be looking forward to anything because it's not going to be any good. Because I look forward to something and it crushes me. If I look forward to something and it's so good and we have another date and that date is so good and we have another date and that date is so good. But for some reason you won't I feel like I'm never making it out of the dating. It's like, can we make this official real quick? Can I finish this goddamn race? That's how I really do feel. I'm like, just call me your girlfriend once and then dump me the next day. That's a little dramatic, but it's like that for that one day I would feel so special. Which, when I say it like that, it's like, you sound like a psycho. You sound like you should, love yourself a little bit more. And I love myself plenty, but I want proof that other people do too. Like, really I don't know. Company is nice. So, even for one day, I don't know. That's how I've been feeling a lot. I really hope that this is my last first date in a while. We don't need to get married. Don't need to stay together for more than a month. But give me that 1 month, and then we can figure out in March or the end of March, I'll hate you, I'm sure, and it's fine. But just like, I just really want that. I've never had a fucking boyfriend. And I'm like, something must be wrong with me. I know it to be true. I know, like, there's something about me. Because all these other people have. And I just didn't realize that everybody was so much better than me. That's how it feels. It really does. No one wants to stoop down over here and date me. Okay, I know my room's messy. I'm going through a thing. At least it's not a monster can on the floor or something like it is in some of the boys' rooms. Please. So yeah, ending that unit. And opening a new unit. This doesn't have to do about boys, but once again, it has to do about being perceived and all that stuff. So this was we're going back to Atlanta TV Fest. Atlanta TV Fest. Yeah. SCAD TV Fest, that's what they're calling it, sorry. This was all in one day. And there's a little bit of backup information I have to tell you. So, one of the few things I was doing, I wanted to do like 2 things this year. Something that was playwriting, and then something that was, something, oh my God, I get sad just thinking about it. And something that was like film-wise. So I applied for both of these things. Not applied, but I just said, hey, I would like to participate. It's like a school stuff. One was like, I would love to, if you need an assistant director for this film, I love to assistant direct. They don't need one. I'm looking at everything else. I'm like, well, I've never done the other things. I don't want my first time for me to ruin it my senior year. So let me just do something I know I'm good at. And it's makeup. I'm like, I would love to do makeup if I can't do assistant director. Which is so stupid. It's like, those are the 2 things you're going to do. That's like, you can't keep a script on your hand. You can't produce this bitch. Like, okay, you don't want to try anything new this year? Okay, fine. So I do the makeup. I'm like, okay, great, we're going to do the makeup on this week, which is the week after Atlanta TV Fest. It literally was going to be the next week. And so that's one thing. But another thing I wanted to do was a play thing. And so the play, it's like these 10-minute or short plays, not festival, but it's a dramatic reading, and it's with the master students or something like that, or the graduate students. And I was really looking forward to being a part of that. I had like 3 plays chosen, maybe 2 or 3 plays chosen. I was really happy about it. And I'm like, great, can't wait to participate in that. So that's 2 things that are important in this story. One of them is important later, but I'll mention it since I brought it up. Something else. Let me think. What's the other thing that happened? Fuck. I know the 2 major things. It was that. Oh, okay. So since I was the ambassador for Atlanta TV Fest, I was also able to do this. It's kind of like a round table, and it's with industry professionals, and you get to go in this room and you hop in between tables, and it's like 15 minutes each at each table. But it's like, you're fighting time with 3, 4, 5 other fucking students. 5 was too much. 5 was way too much. I'm like, there's so many other places you sit. Why did you? Now no one's going to talk for more than 5 seconds, or it's whatever. And it's fine, because it's not like I had much to say anyways. And it's fine. Yeah, so those are the 2 things you need to know about the story. So it's one day in Atlanta. I woke up so early this day. This is like the jam-packed day. It's the day the ambassador thing is going to happen. And this day is like the day we've been counting down on, like, whoa, what if you talk to someone, like they hire you this day, or you meet your connection this way? This is supposed to be a big deal for everyone. And so I wake up so early that morning to do something. It was like, I thought it was a show, but it wasn't. It was something else instead. And I think you got to eat food and drink coffee, which was really nice too. It was that, or maybe it was the show rental panel. It may have been the show rental panel. Anyways, I go do this. It's fine. It's great. It's whatever. But now, right after this, I have to rush and I have to get to the ambassador thing. I'm like, shoot. And meanwhile, I also really have to fucking pee. So the exit to leave to the elevators is jam packed, but also on the other side of that exit is the bathroom. I can't push past everyone. I'm like, fuck, I really need to pee. So I go. So I'm just kind of looking around, like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Meanwhile, a guy walks up behind me and he's like, "Hey, did we go to school together?" This is. Doesn't matter if I say his name. The fact that I know his name. Let's continue this damn story. It's a guy from high school. Right? And I look at him. I knew he went to this school because I've seen him a couple times. But it's not like we ever interacted with one another. We weren't like best friends in high school, but it's a small school. In my head, I'm like, I knew pretty much it's a magnet school. I was in theater. I knew pretty much all the theater all the theater people in my year, like in my class. Maybe I don't know all the names, but like I know of them. If I saw them in the street, I would be like, oh, hi, so-and-so. Maybe I'd have to say so-and-so because I can't remember their name now. But, like, that's what I mean. And so I see this guy, and I've seen him often. I've seen him maybe, like, 3-4 times before then. But every time I see him, I'm like, oh, my gosh, that's him from high school. Because it's a small school. And I'm always like, dang, I wish, like, I was friends. I wish we were friends because that would have made life easier. But I'm also thinking, well, we're not going to be friends at this point because we also doing two different things. And we were never friends in high school. It's like we're not each other's type of friend, if that makes sense. Whatever. Nothing down, but I also was interested it's interesting seeing someone from high school who you're not friends with out in the open. That's weird. Like, I don't know why I'm over-explaining myself, but I'm like, it's like seeing the guy from you went to high school with over and over again. It's like, it's interesting. I don't know, I'm imagining I knew you, and now I don't hardly see you, but I see you, and it's like seeing a real fly. Not a fly. I don't know how to say it. I feel like I'm making sense now. Okay, bitch? And so they, and you stopped recording. Okay. This is pissing me off. It really is. So I see him. And it's like, whoa, how are you? He comes up to me. He's like, hey, did you go to school together? I'm assuming he's joking. Because, like, I just terribly over-explained. I've obviously seen him a couple of times. And I'm just like, whoa, he talked first. I'm like, I didn't expect us to ever talk to each other. Since we never talked to each other the first time, I'm like, well, we're never going to talk to each other now. And he said something to me. He was like, hey, he says, did you go to Booker T? I'm like, oh, he's joking. Obviously, we used to walk down this same hallway all the time. Like, yeah. So I go for a hug, and I'm like, you're so funny. You know what this guy says after? He says, hi, yeah, how are you doing? And all that stuff. And he says, what was your name again? What? It's Sayla. And that's how I kind of say it. I'm like, it's Sayla. Hi. How are you? Because I know your name. And I didn't. And I realized I should have been like, what was your name again? To be like, yeah, I don't know your name either. But I did know his name. So I didn't say, what's your name? I was like, I just made sure. I'm like, now we can't say his name. Maybe I don't know. And I don't even care to ask. And then he's like, I feel like I've seen it. No, he says, are you in the Atlanta campus? Because we're in Atlanta. And I'm like, we've seen each other in Savannah. Like, I've seen you in Savannah. You haven't seen me? What? Have I just been noticing you? What? I'm so, no one sees me. No one sees me. And so that comes back later. No one sees me. And I'm just like, no, I'm in Atlanta for ATV Fest like you. I'm the Savannah campus, and he's like, oh, okay, that makes. I thought I saw you. It's so nice. So nice seeing you. And I'm like, yeah, it's nice. No, I was nice, but I'm like, yeah, it's so nice to see. I'm just gonna Can I make it out of here? Because I'm thinking I'm not gonna. I don't know. And so I'm like, okay, wow, that just a little to my ego. I'm like, damn, he doesn't remember me from high school. I guess I didn't make much of an impact in most of my high school classmates' life, but it's interesting how I can remember a lot. Pretty much all these people from high school. I'm like, oh damn, I wonder if no one remembers me and I remember everyone else. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching people. And so I'm going to the ambassador program now, right? I tried to find a place to pee, never works out, never get to pee. I went to the ambassador place, which is like a mile or something away. I'm not literally running, but I'm walking really fast. And I'm walking past a group of people that I really want to become friends with, but I had to pee so bad, so I can't even stop and talk to them. Because I'm like, why are you guys walking so fucking slow? Don't you know we gotta piss? And so I'm walking so fast. I make it there. She says, go to this floor. I asked someone because I didn't know where it was. A lot of the other people, they've done it before. But it was my first time. She says, oh, go to this floor. I go to that floor. I see some scat stuff. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, so I look down. I'm like, oh, I think they're there. She's like, oh, they're there? Okay, that's perfect. So I go down there. Another scat person. This is a professor of mine. Fine, I go over there. And one of my professors, she's like, and then all the students I know, so I know people in my major, and or I've seen them, and there is my professor, one of my old professors, be like, okay, this is the round table, happy everyone can make it, do this good, I'm gonna re-say everything I'm saying now in like 10 minutes. Perfect. Let me go get the bathroom. Find the bathroom, come back. We probably have 5 minutes left, right? I'm a fast pisser, is what I'm saying. I feel like everyone needs to know that's important to the story. So I get to see another professor of mine, different person than that had just talked to everyone, because the person who had just talked to everyone saw me. This person didn't. But I've talked to her before. She was never my professor, but she is a professor there, and we have talked to each other multiple times. And I've even emailed her because I couldn't take her class. So I wanted to still, get some knowledge from her, and she never responded. And so I see her, and she comes up to me, and I'm like, oh, that's right. They need to take roll to see who's all here. So I'm like, she's going to just take roll. She's going to be like, oh, so what's your name again? What's your last name? Let me find you on the list. Perfect. That's what I'm thinking. So she comes up to me, and she's like, hi. And I'm like, hi. Yeah, I'm about to say, last name's Hunter for the right, or something like that. And she says, are you one of our panelists? No. I don't know. I'm looking at what I'm wearing. I'm like, am I wearing a suit, or like, is something I'm wearing so mature that I look older than 21 is what I'm thinking. I'm like, do I look outside of college right now? Damn, I feel so old now. I'm like, no. And I was already kind of nervous about the outfit I chose. So now I'm really overanalyzing. I'm like, damn, that's just an ugly outfit. No, I'm not. I'm here for the thing. And she's like, oh, so that's invite only. And I'm like, yeah, I was invited. And I show her my badge because ambassadors had a specific badge. I'm like, no, like for the SCAD thing, I'm supposed to be here. She's like, no, so that's something else. I don't think we invited you. Like, so you're going to have to leave. And I'm like, this isn't for the ambassador thing? And she's not saying it as mean. Maybe my tone of voice sounds rude. It's not like she's sounding rude. She's sounding friendly but firm. Like, we don't have space for extras. For people who weren't invited only. And it's mostly graduate students and seniors. Though there are some non-seniors in there as well, which is, I don't know. Part of me was like, maybe the only reason I was invited was because I was a senior this year. But then I see other people who were invited years before, or maybe they were sophomore or junior. And I'm like, wait a second. Why didn't you guys invite me when I was junior year? Why do I get it my very last second? And now it's going to be, it weighs so much more. And I didn't get to have like a practice round. Is what I'm thinking, but whatever. And so I'm like, I'm an ambassador to the professor. See, I'm going back in time. I'm like, I can stay on topic here. She's like, oh, wait, what's your name? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to take, well, what's your name? Sayla. And so she's like, Sayla, we don't have a lot of classes together. How are you? I've really wanted to. And I'm just kind of sitting there like, why you didn't, What the hell? I'm like, we've talked multiple times. I know your name. And obviously, she has so much more students than I have professors. So I would get it if she didn't know my name. But I thought she knew, like, it was embarrassing to be like, you weren't invited. And I was already so nervous about even being there because I didn't feel like I should have been there. Because like I said already, all these people are friends with one another. And I've been standing in the corner all fucking week. And so now she's all like, we didn't invite you. Like, here you are standing alone over here. What are you doing here? I'm like, I'm supposed to be here. I just don't. That's how I felt. So we do the little table thing. And it's fun or whatever. But no, it's fine. I hope people got good things out of it. It was level to me. Level. And so, I ended up finally walking home. I'm thinking, because all these other people, this is like one of the last big nights of doing stuff. So all the friends are going to go out. They're going to do this. They're going to get food. They're going to do this. They're all friends with one another. I'm not. So I just go home, or I go to my hotel. And so I walk back to my hotel, and I'm sure I wasn't the only lonely person in Atlanta. I'm being this is all from my point of view. This is just how I felt. Okay, this is my opinion. But I go back to the hotel, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna eat at the hotel restaurant. This is a Hilton place. We're gonna eat there. I realized I didn't eat much that day, and so I get this food and I get this drink, and I'm having a pretty good time. And I'm eating dinner alone, which is a little sad, but I eat dinner alone a lot. So to me, it really has become a more fun experience. And I always get like a fun drink or like a good margarita and some great French fries. And I'm like, this is fun. This is my opinion is fun because you can't be with someone all the time, which is fine. And then I get a phone call. I love getting phone calls during lunch, during dinner time. Like maybe we can, because then it feels like I'm talking to someone else, but it's kind of rude to eat and be on the phone. So I answer the phone and I'm like, hi, who is this? Because I didn't have the number. So I'm like, hi, this is Sayla. And he's like, oh, it's so-and-so. This is so-and-so, the guy who was, who got me, who helped me get into, or who was in charge of the dramatic readings. Remember that from way back when? Oh my gosh, yeah, what is up? So for this, I really wanted to participate in it. Not only did I submit my plays into them, but I was like, if you want me to help set up, if you want me to do this, like, I would love to join. And they asked, like, do you want to be a part of it? I'm like, yes, I do. I really do. Because I've had other plays done and I don't get to be fully a part of it. I'm like, I will be here all the rehearsals and stuff. If you want me, I would love to. Or just sit in the room. Let me just sit in the room and feel special. And so I get the phone call and he's like, oh my gosh, I don't know, anyone told you? We forgot to tell you, I'm sorry. And I'm like, what? And he says, by any chance, I don't know if anyone said this to you, the dramatic reading is tonight. Do you want to come see it? No. I mean, yeah, I would love to see it, but I'm in Atlanta. Yeah, we knew we were going to have to fight an Atlanta crowd for the ATV Fest. I'm sorry, we should have told you. And I would have gone to Atlanta either way. I would have, right? It's like, you can't see every show you wrote, right? But it would have been nice to know. Maybe I would have told a friend. I'd say, I can't go, but I would love it if you... I don't get to post my stuff online because I don't have a lot of movies. I really am a play girl. I love writing movies, but it's really time consuming for me to make the films, and I don't know, it's more embarrassing for me in that way. But to give it to a team of a director and an actor and all that stuff and put it on stage, it feels less involved in that way. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Maybe it's because most of the stuff I've written for film, I've also directed. But if I've written it for stage, I don't have to direct it. I just haven't. Yeah, I've never directed for stage. So that's probably why. I've been assistant director, but never a director. That's why I feel like more comfortable doing it, because I'm not totally in charge. And so if it looks bad, it's not on me. But usually it looks really good, because these directors are always so really good. They find great actors and everything, and I love seeing it. But if I couldn't, I would love to tell a friend, like, if you want to on that day, Go see it, please. This is for me. Like, I drew a picture and I showed it to you on Instagram because I can't draw. This is my form of drawing. Like, unfortunately, it takes a little bit more time for you to consume. So I was really bummed that the dramatic reading had happened, and Jesus, we're never doing this again. Now you're about to fucking die. That means we're gonna finish this soon. So the dramatic writing begins, and the dramatic reading is there, and I would have liked someone to be there, right? Isn't that what I was saying? And so I was really like, I can't believe you're just telling me this now. And I'm really nice about it, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I would have loved to go, and it's too bad, but, break a leg, that sounds so amazing. Can you record it for me? Oh, well, we'll see. You can't even record it for me? You can't even record it for me? Okay. And so all day, 3 days, it felt like, oh my God, people don't see me. People don't notice me. It's like I'm not even there. These people forget I'm even here. And it was just the worst fucking day ever. And I think I cried that night because it just kept piling up. And in general, it's really interesting right now. I've been depressed before, but this is a new depression because I'm not working as much. So usually I'm just depressed and I go to work and I like cry during my 15 because I've definitely done that before. But now it's like I'm home most of the time. And so I really have to force myself out of this house, this fucking prison cell. And all the friends I do have, I have to beg them to be like, please hang out with me. Please hang out with me. But I think it's been working well because I'm sure most of my friends don't hate me, because if they hated me they wouldn't hang out with me. Some friends I've been asking to hang out with for a couple times and they still don't have the time for it. So part of me is like, okay, it's fine if you hate me, just tell me that. But also, we're not overanalyzing people. They may just be busy. Maybe we just aren't as close to friends as I thought we were. That's not a bad thing. It has nothing to do with you per se. So I'm trying to, think about things in a really positive way and all that stuff, and including the dates I have on Thursday. And I'm just going to, take it real chill. This isn't my future husband. This is just a nice guy. And I'm going to have a nice time. And even if it's not the most amazing date, at least I got to put makeup on because I haven't worn makeup in so long. And I'll do my nails and I'll just look all cute and stuff and very kissable. And it could just be a fun thing to do. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to my new job where I can hopefully be happy. But literally, it's like to be happy. And it's not a job that I hate thinking of. Because, I feel like a lot of my other jobs, I just had a really quick hate to them. But this job, I went to a training, I got to shadow a tour, and I remember thinking, oh my God, I already love this. I really hope that I get to be here for a while, and I hope I'm happy here until I have to do something else. I'm really seeking happiness with my life right now. And I think it's going to be coming soon, and I won't be sad and depressed all the time, and life will be amazing. But if that does not happen in this next video, I'm going to cry because I already almost started crying today. But I was like, no, we don't have time to cry. That's too much energy. But the next video, if I'm not happy by then, crying. And you guys be prepared for that because I think it's uncomfortable to watch a bitch cry, even on YouTube. So it's going to suck for y'all. Better fucking hope I'm happy by then. Okay. Check out my Instagram, Pretend We're on the Phone. I don't really post on that a lot, but I'm going to check out my actual Instagram, Selah Marie Baby. Check out my TikTok that I never post on, Lala the Guru 931, something like that. Check on, if you're listening to this, watch it on YouTube at Selah Marie Baby or something like that. And, listen to Pretend We're on the Phone podcast on wherever you listen to podcasts, except it's named off of a Greek legend. Pandora's Box. Bitch, I got that shit. I got that. Mwah.